The first knock came at 6:47 a.m., just as the coffee finished its last gurgle. I was still in yesterday's jeans, boots unlaced, watching the steam curl off the mug like smoke from a spent casing. Through the peephole, I saw 3 men on my porch in crisp navy uniforms. That looked almost right, almost. The patches read, Riverside Meadows, Homeowners Association, Security Division. Gold badges glinted in the sunrise. The tallest one held a clipboard like it was a warrant. I opened the door 6 inches, chain still on. "Morning. Help you, Mr. Caleb Rourke?" The tall one asked. His name tape said Leighton Harlan. His 2 partners stood a respectful step behind, hands resting near their duty belts. Glock 19s, level 3 holsters, spare mags. Real gear. Too real for HOA rent-a-cops. That's me. We're here to conduct a mandatory firearms compliance inspection, pursuant to the amended bylaws. Ratified October 23rd, Harlan recited. State law now grants HOA's limited peace officer authority in covenant enforcement matters. You have 30 minutes to present all, registered and unregistered, firearms for cataloging and possible confiscation, under the new unsafe storage ordinance. I smiled the way you smile at a bad joke. You got a warrant signed by a judge, Lieutenant? The HOA charter amendment serves as the warrant, sir. Signed by Judge Keller herself. Refusal constitutes a Class C felony. He flipped the clipboard toward me. The top sheet was embossed with the county seal, but the ink looked wet and the paper smelled like a fresh color printer. I'd seen enough forged docs in Kandahar to know the difference. 30 minutes, he repeated. After that, we enter with force if necessary. I closed the door, slid the deadbolt, and thumbed the panic button on the key fob I keep in my pocket. Every exterior camera started recording to the cloud. Then I walked to the gun safe in the office, spun the dial, and started loading magazines. 15 years in the Corps, 10 of them with MARSOC. I've kicked in doors from Fallujah to Helmand. I know what real cops look like when they're about to breach. These 3 weren't cops. They were hired muscle-wearing Halloween costumes with better tailors. I dialed 911 on the landline while I worked. Dispatcher said real deputies were 12 minutes. Out. Traffic accident on the interstate? Perfect. At minute 28, the battering ram hit the front door. The frame splintered, but the steel security door behind it laughed at them. I heard Harlan curse. Then the side window. By the garage shattered, and a gloved hand reached in to unlock the deadbolt. Game on. I was already in the hallway, plate carrier snug. AR pistol in low ready with the can on the end. Suppressor doesn't make it Hollywood quiet. But inside a house, it keeps your ears from ringing when the party starts. The first intruder came through the kitchen door, moving like he'd watched, too. Many SWAT shows, pieing corners with a Taser X3 pointed like it was a rifle. I waited until he cleared the fatal funnel, then stepped out behind him. Drop it. He spun, Taser already sparking. I shot him once in the pelvic girdle with the 300 blackout. The subsonics punched straight through his level 3A vest like it was cardboard. He folded, screaming. Harlan's voice boomed from the living room. Rourke, you just shot an officer. Stand down or we light you up. I moved to the corner, staying off the X. You're not officers. You're felons in costume committing armed home invasion. I'm in fear for my life. Keep coming. The third guy tried the backslider. I'd already chained it from the inside. He fired 2 rounds from a Glock through the glass. Wild, panicked shots that buried themselves in the ceiling. I answered with 1 round through the doorframe just left of his head. Wood exploded. He dove sideways, tripped over the patio chair, and ate concrete. Harlan was the last one standing. I heard him on the porch radio, voice cracking. We need backup! Officer down! Active shooter! I keyed my phone on speaker. Tell them the active shooter is a decorated combat veteran defending his castle from fake cops. Tell them to roll code 3 with a real supervisor. Sirens finally Dopplered in the distance. Harlan made his choice. He charged the front hallway like a man who'd never been in a real fight. I saw the red dot of his weapon light jittering on the wall. He was aiming high, probably trying for center mass over the furniture. I didn't give him the chance. 1 round to the upper thigh, femoral artery territory. He dropped the pistol and went down, grabbing his leg. Blood already pulsing between his fingers. The fight left him faster than the color in his face. Real deputies poured in 90 seconds later. Rifles up, shouting conflicting commands. I laid the AR on the floor, laced my fingers on my head, and waited for them to sort the mess. Turned out Riverside Meadows HOA never amended any bylaws. There was no security. Division. The Three Stooges were ex-cops who'd lost their certifications years ago, now running a scam. Print fake paperwork, scare people into surrendering firearms, sell the guns on the black market. They'd already hit 4 houses in 2 counties before they picked the wrong veteran on the wrong morning. The prosecutor offered me a medal and a plaque. I told him I'd settle for new doors and a case of ammo. He laughed and said the county would cover it. Harlan lived barely. Lost the leg. The other 2 will walk again, eventually. All 3 are doing 25 to life for attempted murder, home invasion, and impersonating officers, among other things. A month later, a new sign went up at the entrance to the neighborhood. Protected by the Second Amendment, violators will be educated. I built it myself. Used 444 posts, sunk in concrete, and a nice piece of treated pine. Painted the letters in desert tan to match my old camis. Some lessons you only have to teach once.